Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the 22 Panels Heavy Metal Book Club, where today we are going to try to blitz through the super long 230 some odd pages of comics and some historical prose. Uh, Released issue of Metal Hurlant. Um, I'm
Is
going
it
to start by
is it
saying I,
is
I
it
love this Mobius cover.
is it Hurlant or is it Hurlant? Or were you being cutesy or was that actually how we think it's supposed to be pronounced?
I'm pretty certain it's supposed to be Hurlant,
Or Lant.
kind of a
I thought it was
silent
I thought it was Hurlant, and
H.
I was like, yeah, someone who hurls metal, a metal thrower.
No,
Uh,
because it actually translates to screaming metal.
Oh my God. Now I feel like a silly man.
It's French, Dylan. French.
But yeah,
Um,
howling, screaming,
I'm
howling,
safe.
or yelling.
s-
All right, cool.
so what do you think of this framing sequence?
It's rad
And
as
Jake
hell.
Thomas,
Mhm.
who's also an
Pretty cool.
editor on it, and Jar DeVos. It is it's got elements of a lot of different. I mean, I can see the Mobius influence. I can see the Jure influence. I'm assuming that there's Steinette and Farkas influence because they're in the whatchamacallit here. Um,
Yeah.
Uh, this whole framing, yeah, the new dawn or a new dawn they call it.
right.
Where we're looking at these
Yeah.
robots who are.
And I love
I actually
the
thought it was kind of
jar
funny
with
how it was. It makes me think of AI. You go off and do all
Oh,
the hard
yeah.
work, and the robots just steal it.
Yep.
I do like the sword though.
Yep.
It's pretty epic.
I liked everything about this. This was great.
I love they
And
split the
I'm
story
certain that
between the beginning and end of the book.
yep,
Yeah.
nice framing
Yep.
mechanism going on
Yeah.
Mhm.
there. Um, and then we lead off making Dylan very, very happy with some Jure.
So listen, I loved the art in this, and I think it was good story, but the lettering was difficult
The
to
The
lettering
font
was
was
tough.
it
my
was a tough
eyes.
The
font.
lettering was tough.
It started to blur in my eyes. Like I had to
Yeah.
refocus every once in a while to actually read
Yeah.
it. But other than that, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
No, the lettering was definitely tough on this one.
The colors are
Um,
gorgeous on this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but yeah, no, that was what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
The colors are so much better than we have
The,
historically seen from our
the colors
scans.
the colors remind me of
Heavy
like an oil
metals.
slick. Like how the rainbow coloring of an oil
Yeah,
slick a little
Sure.
yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I thought the concept
And
of
Jure continues to just kill the double page spreads.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like
You know,
that
this is
angles that
actually a reprint
it's
from old.
it is it's a shame that the font of the lettering is as difficult as it is because like the captions and stuff like the way that they're all angled and like this one down here in the bottom left almost looks like
Right,
it's like old paper or something. Like it's
right.
really cool.
Sure.
I mean, I think this is one of those rare times where that was kind of on purpose.
Yeah.
Um, it looks like a very specific font decision, not something where it was like on accident that it was hard to read.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, that makes sense considering that you're talking about a guy in a war zone. I mean, I'm not sure guy is the right term. It seems like he was, I mean,
He's
I
more
guess
of a
guy is
weapons
fine,
guy.
but
it feels like he's an android or some sort of wired in because this
Mhm.
feels like it's like the messages being sent to his head
yeah,
and or his
definitely
thinking.
feels like
But
he's
you've got
a
attack or 1 second.
what is that term? Expendable.
Yeah.
So
Um, And then we had previously seen this armies,
Yeah, way back in Metal
but
Hurlant, or
it's
not Metal Hurlant.
way, way clearer. And the
Oh,
lettering doesn't get in the way of the art as much.
no, it is just
It
a
looks like they are,
beautiful.
oh no, they're not. They're not using quite the same translation either.
Yeah,
It feels like a cleaner translation. And rather than having bubbles that sometimes cut off the art, they have both easier to read letters and some of this is just technology.
Mhm.
It- this looks
uh,
like digital lettering versus hand lettering before, but
yeah. It's
man,
definitely
does
much
the printing
clearer,
quality.
right?
Yeah, they were a little heavy on the inks
Yeah,
there way back when.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look particularly at the flowers at the bottom of page 18 and how you
Mhm.
can tell they're flowers rather than just marks on the rock.
Yep. There is definitely a clear, I mean, there's just so much more detail in this rendering of it.
Yeah.
Things that I think were lost in the original or the printing in the original heavy metal in 1977. Um,
But honestly, it doesn't make it better. It just makes it different.
No. Yeah.
In a few cases, I feel like it does make it better. I remember when we were originally talking about this, like way back when, like there's this window scene and a few other scenes where like if you continue scrolling through Tad, like we just had no idea what it was that we were even looking at. And I don't feel like that's the case as much anymore. I'm not saying like I didn't
Yeah,
like it.
I think definitely some of the detail scenes, the crisper inking, and I'm assuming the original art is just this crisp, and it's a crisper photostat, digital scan, whatever. Um, but the crisper reproduction, I think, does make a big difference on because some of these pages are really busy, but they don't feel as busy in the wrong ways. Um, I have some deeper thoughts on this when we get to Mobius, because I wonder if he was the one who adapted to printing limitations.
Mm.
Because you see some changes in his artwork.
Sure.
But see, here I am. I'm not giving you guys the side by side. I'm doing it on my iPad because I'm silly.
I was gonna say I was
Yeah.
having to follow along on my computer while I looked at the original on the screen.
Right. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. But yeah. So yeah, that's definitely our first
Yeah, these horses are so much cleaner.
Hmm.
And there's your, or no, that's Dionette. All right. And now we have our first news story um, from Frederick Peters, who does a fantastic book called Amma that Matt Rosenberg got me into.
Yeah, this
And this is
story
kind of
is it's a wild as hell story, this one.
Mhm.
it's
yeah.
horse with boobs at the convenience store with the guy who's got
I mean, I
the
feel like
gun that
what you
looks
mean
kind
is
of like a blow dryer, kind of like a penis.
there's a woman with a horse head.
Yeah.
This guy's just incredibly thirsty, and so he tries to drink everything, but everything doesn't suit him.
Yeah.
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 When he drinks from her breast, it seems like he's drinking
Blood.
blood.
Yeah.
And then why he drank from like this poison dispenser, I have no idea.
Just starts tripping balls.
And yeah, talk about more phallic imagery.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that's supposed to be or what's going. It looks like it's supposed to be a likeness of somebody, but I don't know if that's true.
It does look like that. And then he licks it. I don't know, it feels like a drug trip.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm not opposed to it.
Well, I mean, it is acid Dianet.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to actually be Dianet, a younger Dianet.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, the
Who
point
did
is,
the
it
army
doesn't
story.
matter. Our opinion doesn't matter for the story, is what I've learned.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Dylan.
It's wild.
Why?
I don't know what I'm supposed to take away from the story, but
It wasn't even considered.
it's a wild ride nonetheless.
Yeah. It is certainly a wild ride.
Yeah, the music.
And then we move.
What's producing the music on this? The rocks or the bees or the mosquitoes?
The high
For
note.
what?
Anyway, this is the first one that I remembered reading because I jumped in after you
The
had
Mobius.
done number one, and I remember really liking this one when I first read it. I couldn't remember if the original one was colored or not.
I think it was.
It might have been.
Gotta
This
remember
was,
which one it was. There we go. Yeah, it was. But this is another place where like I think some of it is we do better color now, but some of it is, and we've noticed this some of the times when we go to find
There we go. Yeah.
original Mobius that had been reprinted. Mobius did better color than heavy metal often did in his place.
Yeah. The title is different, which is weird. I mean the font in general.
actually,
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of the titles for the reprints are different.
We're
Conquering
slightly
Armies, which
different.
is the one we were just looking at, was just called Armies.
It's just armies. Yeah. This one is man good rather than,
How good is that?
and it's a universal geographic presentation rather than from the series Travels in Science.
Hmm.
Have the toilet over there, everything is not there.
There you go.
So I feel like it's another. I'm wondering like what the quality of the translations on the early heavy metal was.
Grab the toilet paper. I didn't realize.
It more and more feels like they were kind of flying by the seat of their pants. So maybe they had one person who kind of knew French well
There you
enough.
go.
But Mobius is just, even Mobius is, early Mobius is cool. I mean,
Yeah,
when it was Jean Girard doing his westerns, it was cool.
do we know if the difference in coloring here is because it was intentionally made more modern in the new version, or is it a result of the flat scan that we have, or
I
because
do
the
not.
coloring on the color on the left looks like it was colored in the 70s, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
the palette
I
that's using there,
lean
and the one on the right
towards
looks much more modern.
I lean towards a little from column A and a little from column B, just
Yeah.
because we've seen enough original Mobius, etc., to know that um, when we see original coloring versus heavy metal coloring, there's a difference to begin with.
Yeah.
But I also imagine that they cleaned it up even more just because they could.
Yeah.
It
Like the
really
Um,
looks like they just desaturated the color a little bit.
yeah, the coloring, well, the coloring on the new
yeah.
one reminds me of like Jose Villarrubia or Villarrubia, Jose Villarrubia, who I think did
Ooh,
the like the new
yeah.
52 Batmans.
Well, and isn't he the one doing all of the Den remasters?
Jose? Is he?
I
That
think
would be
so.
cool.
Um, I think he is. Yeah.
I guess
So
Placencia did the
I know
coloring,
that
but
he's definitely somebody that's highly considered when it's time to uh cover heavy metal type stuff.
yeah. I guess Placencia is the one who did the coloring on New 52 Batman, at least for the first part, the first several. Anyway,
What'd you think of? I feel like the James Stocco was very much an homage to Mobius. And don't get me wrong, Stocco has like huge Mobius influence in his other work, but this feels like
sure, yeah, yeah,
the Red Planet Tomatoes feels like a direct um
I love this story.
It is a direct connection because he spits out an ear.
Yeah, yeah, sure, yeah,
right, right,
I
right.
mean,
right.
I loved it though. I loved everything about this story.
It was.
yeah.
Stocco does monsters so well.
Oh yeah.
The design of those weird the bird terraforming monster machines were so cool.
Mhm.
Carapaces, I think, might be the one that I thought had been done, even though it had a different name. But
Cactus is a
the
guy called Shell
shells, right?
23. It's
Yeah. But
1977 June. Yeah.
well, it's got more grayscale going in it's got more of a sepia
Mhm.
in the Metal Hurlant. I feel like the black and white still does it justice in the
Yeah.
old,
Yeah, that's interesting.
of all of the stories that we've seen before, this is the one that I almost like the other one better.
Sure.
Um, like I like the different colored word balloons.
Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning was. And
Not sure if
the
like
tails are gone in the new one too.
the water gun.
Well, I
Oh
think
yeah.
think in the original it was more ambiguous about who was speaking when.
Yeah.
You had to like read based on which box it was in.
Well,
Whereas this
even
one,
but then in the original one, like it even goes against the which box like that fourth line, like the tail
oh,
goes
that's
across
true.
the channel border. I mean, that's the only one that does it,
Yeah,
but all the same.
I
So
don't
that's
know.
it's very interesting.
But I think I like the black and white as the color comes in more than I like the sepia and
Yeah.
black.
I Yeah, I kind of half agree. I like the I prefer this more ambiguous black and white lettering of the balloons, but
Yeah,
I also do
like
prefer
that.
like the black and white coloring on the left, the
yeah,
original art colors.
yeah. But this is definitely the first of the stories where I think heavy metal did it full justice.
Yeah.
The remastered version isn't clearly better than
Oh,
the
sure.
old one.
No, they're
Yeah.
pretty on par with each other at the.
I mean, don't get me wrong, heavy metal did a phenomenal job for the like the time, the budget and like the know-how. I don't want it to sound like I'm dragging on heavy metal, but like I appreciate a lot. Um, oh wow, we're falling behind.
Yep. About there. Yeah.
Yep. New species is this was in my running for best story. It didn't win, but it was in my running.
It was very good, yeah.
Yeah, it was great because I like to
I like
think.
the concept where it's like, oh, we made Be Perfect, but that's not the way it should be. And overall, I agree with it. But then the twist where it's like, oh, we just have fun now.
Yep.
I don't know. The way
So
that they
maybe
made
it's not
these
that bad.
perfect people reminds me of the movie Species, I think. Was that it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's spot on for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
Was this another original one?
but
Mhm.
no, yeah, this is an original one.
Okay.
This one is Luke, or no, this is Nikola Pisarev. Uh, and I like the lack of outlines.
Definitely gives it a sort of vibe, doesn't it?
Oil acrylic-y feel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But then I also like at the bottom of the panel here, you've got um almost a translucence to the girl.
Sure. As
It's
they're
kind of
like
cool.
imagining themselves away.
Right. Um Catching the Wave from Jan Beku and Masha Moran is a pretty cool
Uh,
sci-fi story.
yeah, this is one of my
I feel
top
like it took a lot of
movies.
pages to get to the point.
Took a lot of pages to
Well,
what?
and
It was a slow burn.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I also think that this particular style is common enough now that I love the story. And I love the art. I'm not bashing the art, but it's a very common European style. Um, so it doesn't have that feeling of uh fresh and different that you kind of come to expect
Expect from heavy metal. Yeah.
from heavy metal.
Yep. Agreed.
Right.
100%. And there's
But
no risk
fantastic
involved.
sci-fi story.
No risk involved in the
If you
telling of the
read
story.
only one essay, well, if you read only one essay in the whole thing, you should read the Alan Moore interview. But if you read only one historical essay, it should be the French comic that changed the world.
Mm.
But the only part that I'm gonna like bring up right now, just because it's made me want to go buy the new translation. Apparently, when they translated um, Montelier into English for social fiction, which collected 1996 and a couple of other stories of hers in the New York Review of Books. Um, it includes a new translation in 1996, and the translator something Brock said, "This is the first time you've been translating English. After appearing in Metal Hurlant, 1996 was reprinted in the early issues of Heavy Metal magazine here in the US, but the translation was almost unreadable. The dialogue was rendered into wildly exaggerated accents with bizarre phonetic spellings, such that it was quite difficult to understand. Were you aware of that at the time? Absolutely not. So
It's
they
about
didn't have their
1996.
permission to translate it that way? Montelier, absolutely not.
God dang.
Uh,
That's wild. What?
so
So it was
I
not
feel like
intentional.
we're gonna have to get that new translation in '96 and reread it.
Holy crap. That's the biggest twist I've read in a comic in a long time, is just the fact
Mind
that
blown.
Right.
I thought the entire point was the bizarre
That was in the translation.
phonetics,
Yep.
and that was apparently just a fuck up.
Uh-huh.
Somebody
That's
making
absurd.
some
Holy
decision
crap.
that they were going to do it like that.
Uh-huh.
Fuck up is nice. That was intentional.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
then we've
but you
got our
think they
second
would have
Mobius
corrected it
story.
after the first issue?
All right. Our second Mobius story, The Detour, which is kind of autobiographical. It's kind of about going from being this more realistic artist to this really more psychedelic sci-fi artist.
Yeah.
I appreciate how you go from the really detailed with hatching and whatnot
Take
to
your
more
time, Raj.
sparse inside the story.
Yeah.
But I also wonder how much of that was an understanding that it printed better. Also, this is probably the wordiest Mobius we will ever see.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the most it's the most words I've ever seen inside of a balloon.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely was entertaining though.
Celestial Vagrant. I feel like Kiloffer absolutely captured Mobius with this.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these were literally supposed to be responses to the stories that they're paired with, and this just has that feeling. Where it's like we start with our
Guy.
writing the
At his
letter and walking
apartment.
off into the woods,
Mhm.
and then the alien comes down to find the yeah.
Well, we don't even know that the alien is coming down to that planet at the time.
That's true.
We're just suddenly in space, find this alien. The alien goes into some sort of landing ship and goes on down to land, and then we see that guy again at the top of this hill with all these weird slug-looking things.
Yeah, but doesn't the guy at the top of the hill isn't that a throwback to one of the covers of early heavy metal?
Maybe
might
kind of
be.
like there's a comic later that's a throwback to one of the early covers of.
I feel like that's a head nod or a hat tip to.
I think they're both the same cover too. I think it's Heavy Metal #2 you're talking about, but I could
I
be
think it
wrong.
is with the monkey on the cover.
They got the as we move into Green Hand, I feel like they got the coloring much closer.
So yeah, so I was
the
actually
70s.
this is interesting to me because of all the stories, I actually thought that this one would have the biggest difference in color. Like you'd be able to
I
see
did too.
more different, but like yeah, it's relatively the same.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I remember us commenting a ton on the color when we read it the first time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And now I know that like there was good reason. Again, translations are close. I feel like this is one that was better translated and better lettered, but I mean, I just talked to Matt Madden and Chris Cicada about translating, and one of the things we talked about was trying to translate and stay in the same word balloons and or
Oh yeah.
prevent covering more of the same art or
Right.
more of the art. And I think that that's the biggest difference is that they tightened the translation,
That's a crazy good point. I never thought about that.
Sentimentality sticks in my craw versus sentimentality gives me the creeps.
Yeah,
Um, just that one line or one word less makes it one line less.
right. Yeah, like space and word count is like really precious real estate when you're making movies.
Right,
And so I'd never
right.
actually considered how much a translation could really derail the flow
Yeah,
of a story or obscure the art kind of a thing. That's really
yeah.
it's great.
Well, go back and listen to my conversation with Matt Madden and Chris Cicada. I think it's up. If it's not, it will be soon,
Yeah.
because that was literally all we talked about was translation and comics and getting
Sure,
vernacular right,
the
spacing
women come
right.
out of the wall right there was my favorite picture from the original. I
Yeah,
still might like it better in the
it
original
might
than I
still be
do.
it.
Might still be better in the original than it was in the. I didn't say it might still be it. It might still be it. I don't know. There's a lot of good. Like it's harder when it's like you're talking about
Oh, and it's
230
yeah,
pages
we're
compared to
talking
like
about
100.
literally probably three times as many pages as we normally do.
Right.
One of the reasons we're rushing.
This first part of Nightmare Hotel, like that's gotta be an homage to Goya, right? The Saturday
It feels
devouring
like it.
sun. That can't not be. It looks like
Yeah.
It,
that
it kind of does, yeah.
screams Saturn devouring his son vibes.
I feel like Nightmare Hotel needed to be tightened just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I was very excited after the first two pages. I was like, this is gonna fucking rock. And then could have been
I
tight.
feel like we took
And then it
too
simmered.
much time to get to the fact that it's all just the nightmare of the hotel worker.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Of like the hotel front manager.
Where he's
Yeah,
predicting what's going to happen, which is funny.
right.
Yeah.
And it works. It's got the Russian doll thing going. I'm
Hmm.
not, but like, I feel like I mean it's one of the longest stories in the issue. It
Hmm.
might be the longest. It's 15 pages.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like 8 to 12 might have made it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
I can
could
agree
have.
with that. Yeah, there's definitely a lot in it where it's like, oh, we're just sort of going on this epic ride, and I like the art, but it's not the type of art where I feel like you need that much of it to like give it that, or like you even get a lot more out of it by having that extra amount of it, right? That's my
Right.
opinion. I could be wrong, or like I could different opinion from other people is what I mean to say. But
Now, this one,
you will
you will
remember
remember
me
me.
where they clearly don't remember them.
Well, yeah, but the art reminds me so much of
Alice,
Darwin and Elsa. I like the cleanness,
see, I was thinking of
like the color.
Miyazaki, but
Yeah, no, it's definitely got some
uh,
Miyazaki too. Yeah, no, I can see that. I love the rain and the clouds below him. This was another like serious runner for my favorite story. Um, as he grows old and goes to kill his rival, and no, we should have been there too. So let's share it, grow old together.
yeah, I mean, they like the same person too. I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, if they're twins or siblings, or I don't know that matters.
Loans.
Yeah, but it's very
Yeah, I really like this one as
it's
well.
a quiet moment and like amongst a lot of action horror type stuff.
Sure.
I could read this over and over again. Not even read it. I just like flipping through the pictures and like,
And that's pretty easy to do. It's not
yeah,
bundled down
it
with words.
it's really fantastic use of the 9 panel grid.
Mhm.
Lacuna by Yuri Campos. This is something that I don't think we've ever seen in heavy metal. This is seriously um manga manhwa influenced.
Mhm. This is real close to my favorite story.
Yeah,
This
no, this is
might be
another one
my
that
favorite
I love
that
this
story.
story.
you know I love the youth old lady dichotomy. I love
Mhm.
the mystery. I love the panels. I love the sepia.
Mhm.
Yeah. I liked kind of the story elements and the whole concept
Yeah,
of like this whole suddenly you start seeing these holes in reality
yeah,
and the representation of those holes, which is just black squares.
yeah.
I love how the lizard
So
just walks right through it, doesn't even know it's
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Doesn't seem to affect animals.
Yep, love that.
Doesn't seem to affect animals.
Yeah.
Doesn't even affect
And it's
most
another
humans.
gentle story. Um, uh, the Jodorowsky is probably the third most worth reading essay, and man, do I want to be able to look at the Dune Bible. And I'll also give a quick shout out to there is a documentary on Jodorowsky's Dune. That's just outstanding. But so many of these people came together working on the version of Dune that never got made.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember hearing about that.
And the new Jodorowsky story, we've got our three classic philosophers and our
Yeah.
ice cream
Philosopher's
man
War.
This
in a
was, I
kissing
did laugh at
contest.
this. It was funny.
It was
pretty
hilarious.
Oh, it was great. There's another name for it. It's
Hilarious. This
called
is
Pissing
definitely the
War.
funniest story. It's very simple. I win over you because I know one little thing. I know how to pee far.
That was so epic.
It was. Um, and then I loved Durf's homage with starting with Arzak flying over Columbus.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is
And
my
then-
favorite story.
Yeah, and then pooping out Metal Hurlant.
Yeah. This is some good shit.
This is some really good shit.
Love it.
I do
I
too.
mean, it's literal shit. Just smack him right in the face.
This one, well, actually, just because for time-saving measures, I will say that my favorite panel is
It's really good.
Arzak.
Yeah.
Arzak flying over Columbus.
The composition of that page or that panel is really
Yeah.
cool.
But then my favorite story is the Matt Fraction, Afif Khalid in Every Dream Home a Heartache, where you've got the asshole who's horrible to his wife.
Mhm.
And why do you say please and thank you to the home computer? It's our
Mhm.
servant. He kicks stuff and makes a mess because,
And it's clear that he's
computer
beating his
robots are
wife.
supposed to fix it up.
5 stars.
Yeah.
5
And
stars.
and then the house takes out the husband.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite panel.
I
Because I love
mean,
that.
to be perfectly fair, it's the AI takes out the husband because the AI's in the car too. Just saying.
Right. This is one of the few times that I like the evil AI.
Mhm.
Stop
Is it
using AI
evil,
to take
though?
part and start using
That's
it to
right,
kill
because it's
assholes.
not
Peter,
evil.
that's it. It's not. That's right.
This and Data are my only two likable AIs.
I don't know. I can think of some other artificial
I'm
intelligence that I like. Okay.
I'm certain I'll learn some.
Not the T-800?
I
The
don't even know what that is.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator.
Alien.
I haven't actually watched Terminator.
Who's the android in Aliens again? Not Alien, but
Ash?
Bishop.
no,
Bishop.
Bishop.
Bishop, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bishop was good.
Ash is not. Ash goes under evil AI.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Space Nonsense, the Tumor, which was originally called
Only Connect.
Connect the Tumor. I do like the title better in the original.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This
Yeah,
one,
I don't
actually, I
know.
don't see a whole heck of a lot of difference.
Some of you get Free at Last here versus Finally Free. Uh,
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
oh,
okay, the text.
this is only the first two pages, whereas that one continue.
No, it doesn't. That's a different
Oh
story.
no, that's right. We had that problem when we were
Right.
reading.
Yeah, Got it. I
Yeah.
still really love this one.
Oh, it's great.
Still
It's really
good.
good.
But it's pretty much the same with a slightly different title, slightly different translation.
Yeah.
Right. It is
Retrograde
very
was
Funny.
I
funny
like
and
Retrograde. It was pretty good. It was high on my list.
yeah.
Funny how like the Martians are like, oh, we figured shit out, and you humans really haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are just dumb as fuck.
Mhm.
Um, and then okay, so who did read the Alan Moore essay or the interview? Was I the only one?
At this moment in time, I believe so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to say,
Okay.
sadly, I was
I
rushing through
I
the
want you to
comic.
tell me about it though.
I'm going to say that there are a couple of things that I want to totally I mean overall his thoughts on art as always were outstanding, but I think he was a little less curmudgeonly than I'm used to seeing him here.
Interesting.
And he made some really, really strong points. The first one was adding the qualifier middle class to white male fantasies when talking about comics, which I think is something that gets overlooked a lot. I remember Kate Beaton at CXC last year really driving home that like yeah, her story was a female story, but in some ways she felt like the way that it was different from comics was because it was a lower class story. Because in general, people in her position can't afford to make comics. You know, she had to really go nuts and make sacrifices to be able to make comics. We don't hear from those voices because they don't have the option to spend the time.
Sure, yeah.
Um, and that there's something lost because of that. But then he also uh, took on the idea of social justice warriors ever canceling anything. And I'm just going to read verbatim because it's fantastic. I think I need to break this question down before I can answer it. The Hays Code and the Comics Code, which I am proud to have played a part in dismantling, were both implemented systems of censorship imposed from above by conservative political and business interests. Such has always been the case in the Western world during my lifetime. While I have no personal interest in social media, I fail to see how having people object over issues they feel affected by, when as individuals they clearly have no power to implement those objections, can be seen as equivalent to censorship. In fact, when I've noticed freedom of speech issues arising over the last decade, they seem mainly to have been raised by conservatives who have confused being censored with being criticized. I've observed numerous right-wing figures, both here and in America, state on national and international media their conviction that people with their political opinions are being silenced, apparently unaware of any self-contradiction in these globally broadcast assertions. Very often, such claims of oppression seem to boil down to a wish to tell rape jokes or racial jokes without having anyone point out that you're an asshole. Criticism is not censorship. Historically, in most every instance I can think of, criticism is what will end up being genuinely censored, usually by the conservative political and business interests mentioned earlier. I appreciated that.
Sure.
As we hear so much about cancel culture and whatnot.
Yes, thanks.
He also pointed out that like all of those 60s comics that like we talk about, oh, they couldn't make them today, blah blah blah. Then why are they being republished in special remastered hardcover editions?
Yeah.
They are making them today. So yeah, I appreciated that. And then we move into Space Castaway, Homero Rios and Leno Carvalho. This is another fun one. Like I've noticed this some with like the EC anthology stories too, and I imagine the deeper we get into heavy metal with uh old issues, we'll start to notice it too, is that like it's a heavy metal story. It's good, but it's a heavy metal story. I don't know how to describe it beyond that.
I don't know, I thought it was interesting. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's not a heavy metal story. It's definitely a sci-fi story. You're kind of
Yeah.
split. I mean, it's the type of thing where, like, I, I'm not saying it should be made into a movie, but I could see a movie being made out of such a concept where, like,
Yeah.
you have this guy sort of stranded on this island, and he
And then it
only
takes him 745 days to realize he's actually dead.
correct that he actually died in a crash on
Right.
this planet. And
Is
then,
the
it
human
descends
spirit
into,
that resilient to hold on for 745 days?
I guess maybe.
Apparently this one is.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
that's what this made me think about. It's a good story.
Yeah, it is. I mean, again, I didn't want to. I feel like I've been talking the most, so I wanted to let it be other people that talked, and
Sure.
B, from my perspective.
I mean, I really like the black and white visuals in this comic. They're definitely clear. You can definitely see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, the
Still
ink work
not
is
having
amazing
color.
here.
I like the fact that the ghosts are like these electric negative spaces
Yeah, no, that's
with somewhat. I mean, the ghosts are really fucking cool.
Yeah.
and it's kind of interesting because at the beginning of the story, you have no idea what's going on. At the beginning of the story,
Right.
oh, you're dead.
Right.
Castaway could have been so different.
It's funny that this is a story that I think works incredibly well in black and white, and like it was clearly
Yeah.
intended to be black and white, and it should stay black and white. But I would be very curious just to see it in color.
How it's colored, yeah.
Yeah.
How the artist would
I could
intend
agree
it to
with
be
that.
colored, yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
If they
Again,
chose to.
completely
It's one
agree
of the
with you.
news stories, so I don't think that it's ever been intended to be colored.
No,
but-
no,
Right.
no.
No,
I
clearly
think-
it was drawn not to be colored.
Right.
But it is kind of cute. Like, it is one of those things where, like, it's really good colored, and I'm not trying to say that it should change, but it is really, really interesting to think about what is the actual color that I associate with it.
Yeah, how they would choose, what color
Yeah.
choices they would make. Yeah.
Just a fun
Yeah,
what
yeah.
if.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that TV show.
Yeah, just like that TV.
Hey,
Fun.
I talked to
Fun.
Stephen Frank. He directed a lot of that TV show.
Oh, nice.
He also does a fantastic comic called Palomino and did a one shot called Love in the time of the space something
Oh,
that I can't,
Space
can't remember.
Cholera. Anyhow,
like
Convoy.
Convoy, Peter Snaberg.
I gotta say,
Great,
I started
great story.
off,
My
Yeah.
second favorite.
I started off really liking it, and then it kind of did what, you know, took a sort of typical sci-fi ending.
Well, I sometimes wonder with it's one of the reasons that I love that they're doing anthologies again, because I think some of the greatest comic stories ever are pretty short,
yes.
or some of the greatest, but I also think it's a muscle that hasn't been flexed by a lot of people lately.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
I think,
Uh,
yeah, I've said this for a long time that people need to do more anthologies. People need to be in more anthologies, especially people who have been in comics for a long time, but also people who are just starting in comics because
yeah.
comics is brevity. Like you need to choose words very carefully. You need to structure your story very specifically to a very specific length. And
Yep.
that's the best workout for that is doing a one, two, three, even 6 or 10 page completed story.
Sure.
Is
Right.
very difficult to do.
And as I said, I love how it starts out. I even love up to the point where like, she's making or like, saying that she's living a lonely life and they're like, "Oh, you don't have to be lonely. Let us join you." And she does that. And then after that, I mean, it just like, what's the term for it? I don't know if there is a term for it, but alien takeover, invasion of body snatchers, stuff like concept of like, aliens come in and start replacing, everybody and everything. I don't know. It just felt like it went from this is kind of interesting to okay, this was actually malicious intent. And I'm like, okay, well,
Mm.
I feel like it was the inevitable. Here we are contacting sentient species. Eventually, they're going to be smarter than
and
us.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying like it I can recognize that and to Dylan's point, in a short story that you have to figure out what to do with a short amount of space and with brevity, right?
Mhm.
But like, when you have that brevity, there's also a time where it's like, I mean, if this was like to say to be continued or whatever, then maybe like, there'd be still be something to like talk about. I'm not saying it should be continued either. I'm just saying like it just feels very much like a story. Like it felt like an interesting story, and then it started feeling like a story I'd heard before. And I'm not, I I guess I was just hoping for a little bit more out of it. And, that might be more an attack than I should give it, but that's just how I felt
Yeah,
about it.
it didn't really stick the landing.
Right.
And that's, I mean, that's where I go back to like, I don't even think we have enough one-shot comics anymore, but we certainly don't have enough short story comics.
My favorite comic of all time is the Swamp Thing Winter Special, and that is just a one-shot comic.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Virgo or
Tom King
Sanguine?
one.
All right, go ahead. You can finish your question.
Yeah, the Tom King
Yeah.
Swamp Thing Winter Special.
Yep.
It's a great,
I love it.
great. But Peter's question is also good. Virgo or Sanguine?
Sanguine?
I like the word sanguine more than Virgo
Yeah, I do
I
in
too.
general,
agree with
just
that.
as a word.
This is another one where, like, I mean, there might be a little bit more clarity in the new
Yeah,
one,
I
but
think the
I'm
inks are
not.
crisper in the new one, but they did a noble
Not by
job
much.
of it. Yeah, like I said, they did a very noble job of it previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like that big of a
Right.
difference or change, even. Which is not to say it's not good. It's good in both cases.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite silent stories that we've done in heavy metal, period. But I think I like Sanguine better as the title.
Mhm.
That's
It's the only word they
Also, I
changed.
do like that they don't cut off. It's like they kind of cut off
Oh
ground.
yeah, no, they
Yeah.
show a little
Beach
bit
in this
more of
last panel.
a little bit more of that actual land.
Shame.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's one minor.
Yeah, yeah.
And funny
It's
because
like if
in
one is
general they
like,
actually
a 7.4, the other is a 7.6 or whatever. I'm not saying
Right.
that's my actual rating of it because I don't,
No, I understand.
but you get what I'm saying, where it's like,
Yeah.
like a minor tweak of like this one's a little bit better maybe, but yeah. So
So
and I think that's the last of the ones that we've read that are
we have side by side in our
yeah.
blind box, Yang Wellen.
I like this one too.
I like this a lot. I thought
This
it
was
great.
one of my favorite
Yeah.
ones for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really interesting.
Mhm.
Definitely has the thriller action going. And
Mhm.
like Sanguine, really shows like the lengths that you can go with a completely silent comic.
I can't
Oh,
wait
I'm like-
for 50 years from now how they recolor this and reprint it. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
They'll
I'll
regard this
believe you
digital
then,
edition the
Matt.
same way
Don't
we
answer.
regard the scans.
We're online.
Mm.
Uh,
And
Oh,
then
supper
supper
time.
time.
Love
Supper
supper
time. Yeah.
time. That was funny.
Supper
I
time.
like all the I felt like the art was really good.
Supper
Mhm.
time reminded me of Beneath the Trees where
That's
nobody
exactly, I was
sees.
gonna say that exact same thing by
Yeah,
Hellrat. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's got those
Very,
vibes for sure. The
a
art is
very
killer.
child book, a child 8x8 picture
Yeah.
book-esque illustration style. I love it.
Yeah.
but I don't know. I really like the art of supper time. Watching all these poor people go from eating dinner to
Yeah, that the bear trap. Oh.
the bear trap was a lot.
If you like bunnies.
Oh, I see. I see. I like bunnies and you don't. Okay, man.
I do love that they got. I mean, I love how it gets put back together
Uh-huh.
as the same scene from
The
the
beginning.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Just
It's a
just
good little
in
full circle moment.
though I just noticed that there's a dolphin on.
I didn't notice that until now either. That's so funny.
Not even legal. Anyhow.
I mean,
In a world where the bunnies actually wear
Well,
suits and
And
clothes,
clothes.
and
Yeah,
I'm sure it could be perfectly legal to hunt a dolphin and mount it on your wall.
absolutely.
there you go.
Anything's possible.
I don't think there's a game warden in this world.
Yeah, clearly.
Or if there is, obviously this is going way past him.
For sure.
Bunker's family.
Hilarious, but I don't think the artist has ever seen boobs before. Because at the bottom of the first page, those boobs are not realistically spaced.
I feel like it's also um it's just so twisted.
It is.
It's a pretty
Is like
strange
this is like
comic.
Heilman. Um,
Without the Nazis.
exactly. Thank you. It's like Tenmu Heilman or Heilman from Witch.
Well, and
Uh,
I feel like it's essentially like here we are after 100 years in the tunnels because the world has been destroyed by nuclear war.
yeah, it's kind of how it feels. And then they just go do weird shit.
Right. Yeah. And they have their oversized paper cutter that they cut
Chop
people
them in half
with.
with. Yeah.
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 It was okay. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was probably my least favorite story of.
Yeah, I'd say, and I mean, like, yeah, out of all the stories in this one, this is a lot bigger than any of the ones we normally read. It's probably my least favorite. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't begrudge anybody liking it.
No.
It has its moments. The art's cool and unique,
Yeah.
but doesn't really do it for me.
Allow me
Now,
to-
respect.
Respect was great.
This reminds me of Judge Dredd. It's got Dredd.
Yep.
It does.
Yep.
Yep,
And,
100%.
It's got a very Judge Dredd feel to it. And
I
I love the,
one
but you've
bullet
only
per-
got one bullet. And it's like,
One
yeah,
bullet per
but I
job.
don't have to use the bullet to kill.
Mhm.
the target. And there's all these weird alien creatures. What were these things called?
Chickens.
Chickens.
Yeah.
That's right.
I also love, I mean, it's such a meat is murder type thing. Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we can eat them, but we cannot sexually abuse them.
Right. Or do anything else inappropriate.
Right.
And it threw me back to Chew for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is very Chew adjacent. I don't know. I like it.
And very Judge Dredd.
Hmm.
So this is like if Morrissey wrote Judge Dredd.
And then the whole reason that he goes off and kills this guy is
Because he didn't brew a second pot of coffee.
because he didn't refill the towel dispenser or the dispenser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was great. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
The
he
the
doesn't give a
sticking
shit
the
when he's
hook
throwing
up
the
his
chicken.
nose is pretty.
Pretty rad.
Yeah, that's brutal. Brutal.
Very into
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I mean, it still reminds me of Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And see, here you go. Metal
Mm,
Hurlant.
yeah, that's what I get for not reading the prose.
Translation:
Yeah.
Screaming Metal.
I still think hurlant I don't think is a real word, but it sounded like what a person is called who throws metal. They are a
Okay.
hurlant. And I
Okay.
thought that was cool
A
enough.
harlot?
Search for
I really dug Epiphany too.
That's
It
my
was
favorite
interesting.
panel right there. Spoilers, that's my favorite panel.
The bottom one or the top one? The
Yes.
car?
Yes.
The car?
All of it.
Or both?
I
Both.
haven't decided yet.
Okay.
the whole page.
Yeah, no.
It's so cool.
This story was very cool.
Yep.
And I particularly liked that it goes to the sideways
Mm-hmm. The turning point, because you have to turn it to read it.
our centerfold, only
Yeah.
not in the center.
Yep.
Our end fold.
All right.
And then there's that throwback to the Heavy Metal #2 cover.
Right.
I feel like the turning point is a throwback to a bunch of things, isn't it? I mean, I know there's a throwback to
Yeah.
Heavy Metal #2 cover as well. That comes up after that.
And then we have a wrap around finish.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great.
It is. It is.
With the Drulet sword.
All right.
Yes, I want a GA sword so bad.
And you have come back to destroy the robots.
Mm-hmm.
Who
I'm gonna
stole
write my own
everything.
ending. It's great.
Revenge on the AI.
All righty. So, favorite stories.
I so badly want to choose one of the new ones, like in every home,
All right.
but I can't. For some reason I think I'm gonna choose the tumor again.
The tumor again.
I love the tumor.
Really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
It is.
I really like the tumor.
It's got a new title now, so you're not actually choosing it again. or an old title or a differently translated title.
No, it has the same subtitle, which is The Tumor.
Right.
It's just now it's called Space Nonsense, The Tumor, compared to Only Connect, The Tumor.
Mm-hmm. Different story.
Totally.
I'm going with Lacuna.
I will second Lacuna.
I love Lacuna.
Do we have panel choices?
And what did you choose, Dad, in every home?
I chose In Every Home a Heartache, the Matt Fraction,
Cool.
and
I just thought we should actually,
Is your favorite story?
yeah,
help
yeah.
listeners. My favorite panels are 9 spreader panels.
Okay, hold on.
On page 140. Part of You Will Remember Me.
That's a good one to go from.
There's a lot of good images in this whole comic. And again, when you
Yeah.
have so many pages, it's hard not to, especially. But yeah, all of page 140. Also, what the heck is going on with those frogs in that top middle panel on 140? Sorry, not frogs, crabs.
Looks like they're headed
They're
somewhere.
just big.
I know they're just big. It was a joke.
I think it's a reverse reverse proportion.
Sure. I was making a joke because it looks like they're,
Okay.
getting it on, but you.
Oh, I can see that.
Okay. So you're going with the whole page, or is there a specific panel?
Yeah, I'm just doing the whole page. I really like that page.
Yeah. Well, you kind of go through his whole life in this page.
Yeah. It does a really good job going through
And for that
life.
matter, is it his or her whole life?
I don't know.
It's actually a little ambiguous, which is also nice.
It's ambiguous even when you look at the one that they're like similar to.
Yeah.
I think it might be a her though.
Yeah, I that middle panel is the one that makes it most likely.
That definitely helps influence it, but like especially when they get older, it just feels
more like a grandmother.
yeah. And again, the two of them are like seem like they're duplicates, and the other one also feels like a grandmother.
Right.
So I just assume it's actually a her, and but when it started, it was hard to tell that. So um,
Matt, Dillon.
Favorite panel?
Yep.
All right, so it's toss up for me between this is some really good shit and the house blowing up in the Matt Fraction story because both were very impactful.
this is a
I
really
think it's page
good
170.
shit. This part of
Yeah,
this is some really
love
good
that.
shit. Okay,
That's hilarious.
gotcha. Just making sure. It's getting dark over on the East Coast.
Hmm.
So the top panel of the house blows up.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because it made me feel better.
It definitely made me feel better too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Though I do love the I thank you, Smarty. 5 stars.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that too.
Then I'm going with the whole page.
All right, Dylan.
You're muted, bro.
It's really hard between pages 104 or 105 from the Mobius comic.
The autobiographical one.
Yeah, the one where they go by I can't remember what he's some agent or whatever that died of radiation poisoning, and he's like
The
mapped it.
police officer. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
almost my favorite.
it was so cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
no,
Such a close
I was
second.
looking at the Mobius stuff too, and those are some really good panels.
The ink work on that dead cop is amazing.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I did kind of want to go back to the women in the wall as well, but or women coming out of the wall as well in the Green
It's,
Hand, but
yeah, it was between that one and the first page of Epiphany on 257 or 255, depending on which count you're using. But
Well, I mean, Matt did too. You can do too.
I don't want to do two.
Okay.
I'm
you
gonna
don't want to
do.
be indecisive. Just kidding. That's not what that is.
I'm gonna go with the first panel of Epiphany.
So the very first panel, not the first page.
No, just the first panel.
So page 255.
Something I really like. It's really peaceful. I think I don't know. I just feels really serene and morbid.
Do you think they're counting down seconds, minutes, days, hours?
Who knows, man?
All righty.
All in all, it was a great,
Oh yeah.
All right.
great
Yeah, yeah.
anthology.
Yeah, no, I mean when we were talking about which to do first, this or heavy metal number one, I mean really the only thing that I could like judge was like, well, this one's got an Alan Moore interview.
Mhm.
And overall I thought the essays were better.
Yeah.
The essays were crisper. Most of the essays in the heavy metal are similar in that they're um also more about the history and the stories.
Yes, like the
But-
Hildebrand.
right.
Yes,
Sure.
But other than the Hildebrand was really well done.
it was. I loved it.
They're just not as crisp.
Hmm.
They don't feel as well researched. There was at least one time where it contradicted what was in here, so I went looking, and if every other source I could find was went along with the Metal Hurlant. So it's like Either Metal Hurlant and all of the internet are wrong, or whoever wrote this essay in heavy metal is.
I'm going with Metal Hurlant and the entire internet.
I mean, it's possible.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
I mean, could still be, but there
So,
are some questions to be asked if that's the case.
so how about that, Peter? We got it in
I can't believe we got all that in less than 90
under
minutes.
90 minutes.
It's crazy.
We pulled it off.
Pulled it off. I
And
think
I'm
I
just
set
gonna
up my
say-
timers wrong because the timers said that we were out, and I thought I had 85 minutes worth of timers, so one of them must be set very wrong.
Mm. But
Maybe.
the first and last
Respawn.
story that connects and bookends the issue,
Mhm.
Yeah.
very, very close second favorite story.
Yeah. I mean,
That was
there
so
were
great.
so many that could have.
This is such a hard issue to judge like that.
I mean, this issue has a lot of like quality content in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
What I'll be kind of interested in seeing is if that, retains going forward, and if like that retains
I
for a
could read this
long
next
period of
week and
time,
pick
or-
different favorites, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
you asked me tomorrow, I'd pick a different favorite.
Yep.
that, yeah, that would be an easy thing to do. Just
Mhm.
ask me again tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm feeling this one, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
if I just whatever mood that I woke up in, a different one would just kind of speak to me that day, probably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I really
Agreed.
love that. I mean, and I'm a massive Matt Fraction fan, but I think that might stay as my top. I think my second I have trouble picking right now and would change regularly.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of amazed that none of us picked page 100.
Yeah, as I said, I was looking at some of the stuff for that Mobius did, and I definitely had a lot of the page 100
Yeah.
around there as top choices, but
But yeah, no, this page it was so tough for me picking between this page and the Durf page.
Mhm.
Because this has like everything I love about Mobius and things I didn't know Mobius did.
Mhm.
sure.
You know. So that's kind of what I'm hoping is that Metal Hurlant continues to have kind of this ratio. Because it feels like it's like a 3-to-1 maybe I'm not 3-to-1, 2-to-1 new to old stories.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it might be 50-50 by the red
Not
black
quite.
you have on there. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 old stories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Oh, I think I
12,
misunderstood you.
13, 14.
You meant that there was a
15,
two new stories
16.
for every one old story.
17, 18. Yeah, there's it's almost exactly because it's 19. If you include the framing sequence, it's 19 new stories to 9 old stories.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying there was 2 old stories for every new story.
No.
That
2 new
doesn't look
stories
right.
for every old story.
That, yes.
And I think that's a good ratio where you still get to go mine those best of the best old stories that there are a generation of comics readers that haven't read,
Mhm.
while still doing new stuff. And I love that there are a couple of well-known in the US names mixed in with the foreign. So like there's going to be a group of people who buy this just for the DERF or
The matte fraction.
matte fraction.
Mhm.
Um, and then go, oh my God, look at all this shit. You know,
This is some good shit.
right, right.
This is some good
Um,
shit.
This is some good shit.
Because I mean, it's
It's literally shit. It got pooped out of me.
it's infuriating, to me anyway, how little crossover there can be between like different areas of comics. But one of the areas that like I get the least is how little European work, how little demand there can be for European work when Image and Boom and Dark Horse do so much that's so inspired by it.
Hmm.
Okay.
You know. So anyway, Peter has 3 minutes, so let's give them to him by having Matt take us out.
And we'll continue after the next page.
Wrong button.
At some point, we'll get that button.
There.
I'm not going to lie.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.